What We Really Are by Melanie Barrett. We are the empty looker perceiving our brain's version of reality. Sometimes reality is perceived by brain as boring, sometimes fulfilling, sometimes exciting, sometimes confusing, sad, lonely, desperate, or like I don't know how to live, or I'm not good enough to live. But what we really are, our essence, never changes. It remains constant, free, liberated, immaculate. Moods are perceived by us. They come and go like the weather. Thoughts are perceived by us. They too arrive, then leave. We have some beliefs that have been cultivated in the brain based on our genetics and all of the data that our brains were primed with through our conditioning of life experience. We literally perceive what we believe. We see what we believe. The difficulty is that when we have particularly negative programming, then the entire perceptual reality is obviously tainted with negativity. No data that our brain churns out about reality is true, which can be a disconcerting realization, but it also the liberation that you ultimately seek. The disconcerting aspect is that their reality is no ground of truth to stand on in this earthly experience, no real soul, solid basis of truth, no true perception. And ironically, it is the seeking of this consistent, safe, reliable, non existent, solid ground that the individual seeks that causes its suffering, because neither the individual seeker or the safe ground exists. The truth is emptiness, formlessness, boundlessness, and it is the foundation of all appearances. To realize yourself beyond the construct of mind takes a great leap of faith initially. Usually only desperation drives that leap, but after a while no faith is required. The emptiness, the formlessness of being becomes your truth. This moment without definition, pure, open, expansion becomes your safe ground, because no individual is left that requires safe ground. Remaining empty, free of concepts, taking no shape, becomes your natural being, which paradoxically is already and was always your natural state of being. The moment, the ishness of life doesn't mind if it is liked or disliked by an apparent individual. The moment doesn't mind if it is rejected or struggled against. It is beyond the mental discrimination of the brain. It is like a beautiful mother enduringly holding the infant as it cries in pain, eternally soothing and reassuring in her presence. Are some brains too dysfunctional to know happiness, peace, and contentment in life? Maybe, and for the individuals in whose bodies those brains reside, maybe it is time for the consciousness, awareness, the soul to shine through, to take its rightful place. The suffering is a sure sign that the eternal soul is bursting through the cracks of untruth. You are already the peace that passes all understanding. You are already the eternal soul. Give up the fight. It is already won by the only one who ever really existed. Let the love of your soul consume you. Let its eternal light flow into every cell. Don't resist. Cry tears of release and relief as love dissolves separation. Let it rewire your brain. Let it reconfigure your body-mind that you may walk on the earth as it is in heaven.